Hey everyone. Let's explain what my whole little meltdown was all about earlier. um, so I've been in a quarantine from Saturday, and I've been under the Australian government control because of the flight and everything, food wise, not being supported by them, not being given by them. Yeah, I've been under in the hands of the Australian government since Friday. 9 o'clock Australian, 12 o'clock midday UK time. So, not quite sure how that works, but it's 20 hours prior to Saturday. I think today, 9 o'clock, would be 3 days that have been in their hands. The actual time I've been in quarantine has been since Saturday, so this is day 3. In this whole process, the Australian government has failed to provide me food. At some point, sorry, just throwing the phone away because it feels like it's right under my mouth while I'm talking. Yeah, at some point yesterday, after spending the whole day on the phone with them yesterday morning, Sunday morning, I realized that I only ate 2 bananas and some rice milk that the chef sent up. After talking to him, he said to me breakfast is not provided because they provide breakfast in our rooms. My breakfast in my room is not something I can eat. It's got gluten. I can't have gluten. The fruit they've provided has been apples and pears. I specifically wrote I can't have apples and bits. I can't eat them, so, or nectarines, so I told them that already. I said the fruit I can eat is bananas. I've been given 2 bananas. I ate them yesterday, and then some milk. Yeah, so then my first meal yesterday, after just having the 2 bananas and some milk, was my first meal was 5:30 p.m. where I ordered Uber Eats, because right before ordering Uber Eats I confirmed that I'm allowed to have Uber Eats and then get it government reimbursed, because the chef said he can't cook for me because almost 90% of the food has soy in it. So I thought I got approved, ordered my Uber Eats. The times that you can order Uber Eats is from 12 till 3 p.m, so no breakfast, and from 6 to 9 p.m, and I don't eat after 6, but it's like, okay, I'm in quarantine, whatever, I'll just deal with it. So this morning I didn't eat breakfast, thinking I'm gonna be able to order food for lunchtime, and then I ordered food at 11:45. I called to confirm as well first, but the manager on duty was busy. Lisa. She was busy, and so she could not help me. So the girl I spoke to was really helpful, and she said her manager will call me back to order Uber Eats, and a manager will call me back for the paperwork and everything, because I need to fill in a form, and I've been waiting on the form to be filled out. Because I forgot to chase it up yesterday because my energy levels have been really low. I'm literally going meal to meal to get energy, because I also have my time a month and it's not been normal like it usually is. It's very light, and it happens when you don't have enough nutrients in your body. So yeah, it's been lasting. It's just not, I don't want to go into details with it on the internet, but anyway, so after ordering my Uber Eats, my food arrived. They dropped it off. Security called me, said, you have to pay for this. I was like, what? Okay, I'll sort it out. I then got a phone call from Lisa as well, saying you have to pay for this. Is the team leader that never called me back about food. Mind you, last meal I had was 5:30 the day before, and here my meal arrived, and I started eating my first meal at like around 12:30, and my phone starts going off with people calling me. About 3 people called me telling me that I have to pay for this meal, and at this point I'm like, well, I haven't eaten in hours, so I'm gonna eat and then we can do the paperwork later. But in Australian government, it doesn't work like that. You have to fill in paperwork, which I've done already, but because people aren't communicating within themselves, they knock on the door when they provide dinner, but I can't eat the dinner they provide, but they legally have to provide me a meal. I might just go check, I'll come back. Alright, so a lot of editing for me to do. I cancelled my fresh air for today because I had a really messed up day, and I'm just kind of like over it, and I just don't want to see people or leave the room. So I will talk about that in a later video, because I'm gonna do some updates on my quarantine time here, probably every day. Yeah, so I mean, like, the Australian government like for you to fill in paperwork before you actually get to do stuff like eat. I filled in my paperwork. They do this because they don't want to get sued, but I mean, I didn't eat for 3 days, so I think they're more likely to get sued by me for not feeding me. I'm actually considering that, because I think I do have a strong case. But anyway, there was a lot of miscommunication. So three people called me today before my lunch arrived to tell me that I've not been government approved for Uber Eats. I then didn't even enjoy my meal that I ordered, and also the meal that I ordered, I forgot to put no sugar in the acai, hence why my face is all swollen, because I'm not allowed to eat sugar. It really, like, it's affecting everything. The aircon's affecting my face a bit, it's drying it up, but the sugar in the food is probably why I also had a bit of a breakdown. I was talking to my mum on the phone and I just screamed. Like, that's why my voice is like this, because I screamed because I couldn't contain it anymore. I feel like we live in a first world country. Is it really that hard to provide someone some basic boiled rice, boiled vegetables with nothing on them? Is it that difficult to provide someone just with some nutrients so that they can survive? I mean, we are not in Africa. I'm from South Africa, and the problem there is massive. Considering we're not there, why am I suffering? Why is this an issue? Anyway, got a bit mad there, but it's been a rough day, so bear with me. I then, after I screamed, my mother phoned the hotel, because she's not fake. I basically got accused indirectly. She said to me, if it's not an allergy, you're not eligible. And I'm like, they don't do it. The actual words were actually, sorry, it wasn't, if it's not an allergy, you're not eligible. We don't do it based on your likes and dislikes. I love apples. I can't eat apples. If I could eat an apple, I would, without pain. So do not tell me that it's based on my likes and my dislikes. Thank you, Lisa. Just mentioning her name again. Should find out her last name so I can really name drop it. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit... This is what my YouTube channel's for. Like, literally letting out some steam. I hope somebody sees this and goes, oh my goodness, I can't believe this has happened to you. I will be more prepared when I fly and land in quarantine, so that I know what I'm dealing with. And also, some human rights person out there, could you please help the government sort their stuff out? I wanted to swear, but I'm like, I don't know if I'm allowed to, but can you please help the government sort this out? Because it was 64 hours without a meal provided, if not more, actually. I think it ended up being a bit longer. Anyway, enough of that. Positive things. I had a meal and I cried about it. My mother then fed back to me that Emma approved my meal the day before yesterday. And so in the meantime, Dan and I think it was Ivan, two of the nurses, came up and saw me because somebody heard me yell, and they came up and saw me to see if I was okay, because I did yell that loudly because It's really frustrating when you're stuck and you can't do it yourself. I can't go to the shop and get food, can I? I can't cook a hot meal. Like, I don't mind. I mean, like, I don't mind if I don't have a hot meal every day, but can I at least have a hot meal every couple of days? Because being vegan, you eat and you eat and you eat and you're always hungry. And if you don't eat something like rice, you never get filled up. So the problem with me getting, they call them care packages, that you can order food from Woolies, that's all raw food. It's going to take me an hour to eat that meal. I'm going to be hungry by the time I finish eating that meal. I've done the raw diet before. It is not as easy as they're making it out to be. Anyway, so I kind of feel like this is some kind of experiment to see who's going to crack under pressure. I mean, like, it really does feel like I'm in some kind of experiment to see who can last the longest in this environment. But anyway, we're all learning, we're all trying. That's the whole story of me not eating. I've got details of what I did get that I could eat. I'm not sure if you want to hear it. Lisa ended up sending me up about 4 bananas. Thank you, Lisa. Appreciate it. Those 4 bananas are amazing. Your words were not so amazing, but thank you for bringing me bananas. Yes. So this is quarantine life. I will check in with you guys again tomorrow. Maybe I'll go over my list of food I've eaten so far. I hope you guys are all well. Stay safe. It's crazy times out there. Each man for himself. Viva la. Okay. Peace.